We've all heard this expressed through the news or over the web. This DEI, what they call it, diversity, equity, and inclusionism. It's supposed to be, they're trying to take from various races, cultures, creeds, and gender, and diversifying like administration for government. This present government under the Democratic Party is saying that they're the most diverse administration throughout human history. Well, here's another way of looking at this word, DEI. DEI didn't earn it. Hear that? I heard this the other day. I said, that's amazing. There's another way of saying diversity. What do they mean by he didn't earn it? They're placed into a position not based on their qualifications, but based on some particular diversity, equality, so they can include everybody and say they're trying to meet the needs of all men, women, in this world today, of every particular race, culture, creed, and gender, and thinking they're proud of that fact. It's human efforts to do what God has already done. It's trying to express that in our spirits, there's a unity. It's already there. You get in the Greek text of that verse in Ephesians, and the tense is saying it's not something we're trying to conjure up. It's already there. Yet it's been hidden as a mystery, waiting to be revealed. It's not something that can't be known. It can be known, but it can't be known with a fallen carnal mind. It has to be discovered to be in this mind in your spirit, which is said the same mind that was in the Son of God as the Son of Man. He lived out of that mind, and it wasn't his carnal mind. It's his spirit, and the mind of that spirit that always leans to the Father. It doesn't, go with its own ideas. Lean not to your own understanding, but all your ways acknowledge them, you direct your path. You got to acknowledge them through the mind of your spirit. It's after the will of God. But the flesh is after his own self-will, self-created will, according to some particular race, culture, creed, or gender. In addition to this matter of DEI, consider the fact that in each individual there's a specific gift. It says it's already been measured out. And each one will find that gift and function in the body to the point the hand can't say to the foot, I don't need you. We all need one another with the diversity of gifts and the exercise of gifts according to God's measuring it out to us. He don't do what they did in this world. They get this thing of diversity. You have an individual, right, doesn't know anything about transportation. Yet because of his particular view and perspective of gender, transgender, they place him in the position so they can be diverse in their administration. God doesn't know anything about transportation. They put him in there, they call him a DEI candidate. He was placed in that position. Another example was the individual, because of his particular race, color, they had to put this guy in a position in government. Yet here he is, before, I believe, the Congress or the Senate, one or the other, asking a question about an island, like in Hawaii. He said, maybe we ought to move people to balance out the island so it don't flip over and sink. So we got too many people on one side of the island, we got to put them on the other side of the island. And the guy, this general, I heard him said to him, did you know the island isn't like a floating platform? It won't flip over. It has a base. Yeah, he's put it in. He's a DEI candidate for an office. He didn't have the qualifications. In other words, he didn't earn it. DEI didn't earn it. It used to be when you get hired, you're hired because you have the qualifications for it. The education, the schooling, or the knowledge, or the interest. Now, because of your particular slant and view of some kind of race, some cultural ideas, you're placed in a position you ain't got the qualifications for. Now today you have those that are supporters of this DEI, the whole platform, and you're applying for Senate or the Congress is based on DEI. And you get a population believing in it and voting for it, the guy gets in office. He has no qualifications for that particular office as a congressman or a senator. So when he gets into his office, he supports inclusionism, tries to include everybody, trying to meet the needs of all the people. Like I said, you can meet the needs of some people sometimes, but can't meet it all the time. Especially if they don't have a qualification, you're just going to put them in the office or position or give them recognition simply because of their particular race or because of their particular creed. Can you imagine trying to meet the needs of this 100 different genders today? And one guy thinks he's a cat, the other guy thinks he's a dog. And this man thinks he's a woman, this woman thinks she's a man. But you have to put him in office so you can be diverse. Include everybody. You can see why things never get done. Each one's arguing their point. And everyone's trying to include everything that's being said. And it gets to the confusion. Well, we know who the author of confusion is. You've been pitting us against one another. Today, using diversity, equality, inclusionism, apart from the flesh, apart from the spirit, this unity of the spirit, apart from that, you will never find unity in all this diversity. It's a philosophical question that only God can answer. Unity and diversity. God Himself. There's a unity and diversity of Father, Son, and Spirit. They're one. And His desire was that we be one with Him. But the way they're going at it, with all this diversity, stop and ask yourself, who put the diversity there? God did. Why? In the hope they might go after what He's trying to offer, the unity of our spirit. So they're trying to bring about diversity, equality, inclusion, but they're doing it independent from the unity of our spirits, this oneness. In the opening chapters of the book of Hebrews, the first chapter, it shows you how God did all this. He's done it over time in a diversity of ways. And He did it in portions until the fullness of the time. And the final analysis was manifested in one man, Jesus. And the Apostle Paul later expounded upon that. It gets past any secular religious ideas of this. We're so busy not having the same mind. If we had the same mind that was in the Son of God as the Son of Man, we would find this unity. But as long as we got two different opinions and ideas, you're never going to get agreement. said a stupid idea. We agree to disagree. Now you miss the point. It doesn't work that way. Of the same mind, same faith, same baptism, same Father and Lord of us all. In that there's unity. And each takes his role, his part. And one can't say to the other, I don't need you. It gets beyond this. We are the world, we are the people. And their idea of unity. They fake it. There's no unity there. I'm missing the point. Many of them think that unity is in each one embracing diversity. Or D.E.I. No wonder it gets so confusing. That this mind being you that was in Christ Jesus. You get the religious people, diversity of opinions and ideas on all this. And say, you gotta let it all go. Secular and religious ideas. The one that James said we gotta cleanse his heart, his subconscious mind. Cleanse your hands, you sinner. From a conscious level, purify your hearts, you're double-minded. Stop putting things in there and wait for things to come out. He works it out. What's that? This mind of Christ that's said to be in all Jew and Gentile, secular and religious world, unaware. If we could discover that mind, there'd be a fellowship of this mystery that would bring such peace that would pass all our misunderstanding and our so-called understandings. Get wisdom, get knowledge, but above all these, get an understanding. Only God can give that understanding. It has to be that we surrender to our opinions and ideas. So if the source of all this wisdom and knowledge with God, if the source of all this wisdom and knowledge that we claim we got came from the same source, there would be no boasting bragging. One can't say, no, I got this, I got more than you. He got from the same source. You got your portion, he got his portion. Put the two together, and you both gain a greater portion. Understand that? That's why I'm trying to work on a video called All Wisdom are Ours. If each one would realize where that source of information come from. Now there can be information coming from a demonic world. We don't want that. You got no difference. The source of information that God gives, He'll speak to everyone, whether they're aware or not, or whether they plagiarize and take credit for it. What do you have you haven't received? You've received it. How can you boast in glory though you ain't received it? One plants, one waters, but he that plants that waters is nothing. It's God that gives the increase. Apart from Him, you couldn't plant or water. It's your particular gift. You plant, you water. You don't boast and brag. Well, I planted it. Well, I watered it. If I hadn't watered it, your plant wouldn't grow. I don't need you. The devil, you don't need me. You sure do. You're planted God. That's the unity of the Spirit and the bond of peace.